Hey guys, welcome to today's video and welcome on into my beauty stash. Today I'm going to be trying out the new Glamlite and Rick and Morty collection. This is their 30 pan eyeshadow palette full of beautiful matte and shimmer shadows. There was also a 3 pan highlighter palette that I'm going to be trying out as well. I love all of the beautiful shifty shadows or shifty shades that are in that highlighter palette. I'm wearing already one of 2 lip kits, and this is it, by the way. The lip liner is a matte lip liner, and then this is more of like a kind of like a metallic liquid lipstick or gloss. The other one is, I have it over here. I'll be changing into this one a little bit later in today's video, and I believe that was, oh, how can I forget this? How can I forget this? A setting spray. This is the first time Glamlite has ever done a setting spray in what I can remember. So this looks so cool. I'm just gonna spritz this for you. I can't spritz it on my face because I'm in the middle of a foundation and concealer review, which is, by the way, some of you have been asking, the new one from Smashbox. They also released a new concealer pen. So you guys will probably see both of these videos go up in the same day. It'll be a double upload day, and it is July 4th, the morning of. So happy 4th of July, belated 4th of July, those of you watching from the US. But let's see how this spritzes. Is there a scent? Let's see. It's a little aggressive of a mist, but no, I don't really smell anything. Yeah, it's not the finest of mists, but I'll have to try that later. I just really wanted you guys to see how it spritzed out. I'm going to be creating 2 looks today. Obviously only 2 looks because I cannot disturb the under eye concealer, but I will definitely use this palette and collection in upcoming videos. If it is your first time here on my channel, let me just say hello and welcome to all of you and invite you to become part of our makeup family. Click on that subscribe button, hit the bell next to it. That way you can be notified every time I do drop a new video. And if you're a fan of Glamlite, if you love collecting Glamlite just the way I do, give this video a thumbs up before you go. Let's get started. If y'all want to see how this entire Rick and Morty collection is going to perform, keep on watching. So I do want to let you know I am wearing one of the blushes from the Scooby-Doo collection, and this is the shade that I have on. Let's start applying the highlighter. I'll do one on each cheek, and then I'll do one maybe on both cheeks. So I'm gonna start, this one looks like it might be a little too dark for me. I think for me this is definitely gonna be more of like a, well, I can definitely see this on the eye, I can definitely see this on the inner corner. I feel like that is gonna leave me a gray cast, but you know what, we're playing with makeup today. We are just trying it out. I actually think I'm going to go in with that shade first. I'm going to use my Rare Beauty highlighter brush and I'll focus that. Ooh, look at that. It's very like glittery, but there's like no glitter particles, if that makes sense. It's a very smooth, buttery smooth highlighter formula. Definitely use this on your eyes. Use it as an inner corner highlight. I mean, look at that. They will definitely see you coming from miles and miles away. Now I'm going to go in with this first shade over here on the left side. Oh, see, I like this one. I've been really into pink highlighters lately. I think I mentioned that in one of my previous videos, but yeah, I like that. See, I think that just blends in so much better with the blush. Okay, loving that. Now let me grab my blush brush and I'm going to pick up a little bit of the Scooby-Doo blush. It's very pigmented. I'm going to try and just kind of blend this a little bit better. Okay, so all I have left to do is use this middle shade. We'll do a little bit right there. Cupid's bow. A bit on the chin. A little bit up here. Why not? It is 4th of July. Woo. Okay. So I think the first 2 are definitely going to be more wearable shades for me. And then the other one, you know, I guess it depends. It depends on where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'm wearing, whether I'll wear this as a highlighter or just use it on the eyes. But it's a very smooth formula. I'm going to add a little bit of this one, the one in the middle. I'm going to add it up here, kind of tone it down a little bit. It's a very nice formula, very buttery, creamy, smooth. I don't think you'll have any problems with it, and definitely don't just reserve it for the cheeks, use it on your eyes. Okay, so I primed my eyelids with the Glamlite eyeshadow primer. This one's called Eye-cing, and I have the shade, I think it's the lightest shade that I have in this one. Yeah, Vanilla. Have shade Vanilla. Now we're gonna dive into creating two looks with this mega palette over here. I'm gonna show you guys some comparisons towards the end of the video because I feel like this palette is reminding me of a couple others I have in my stash. I'm also thinking it kind of reminds me of the Halloween Scooby-Doo collection, so I'll compare it to some other stuff, don't worry. So since I did like the bluish, silverish highlighter on this side, I think I want to stay with those tones over here for this side. I think I'm going to start first with this shadow right here, and I'm going to build that into the crease, and then we'll take it from there. And I'm using a Game Beauty E01. How did you guys spend the 4th of July? What did you guys do? When I get done filming, I'm going to start cooking. So I gotta kind of hurry up. I found this recipe on Instagram. I forget the girl's name, but she's a young girl. She looks like she's in her 20s. And she comes up with the most easy, delicious looking recipes, like not just for like lunch or dinner. She's also doing like desserts and stuff. And the recipe that I'm gonna, or the dish I'm going to be making is gonna be stuffed avocados. So I'm gonna do the ground beef, and I'm going to just take out the pit of the avocado, put the ground beef on top, and then put a salsa or pico de gallo and mixed cheese and sour cream, and then let it kind of melt a little bit, and that's gonna be like the main course, the main dish. So I'm really excited. I hope it turns out well. I mean, it sounds easy enough. All I have to do is cook the ground beef, which I know how to do, so very easy, and I don't have to go outside and barbecue and brave the heat, so even better. Okay, so next I think I'm gonna go into this blue shade that's right here. I'm gonna work that in the crease, and I'm taking this shade on a BK Beauty 211. Now I'm just going back in with the E01 and a little bit of the first shade just to kind of blend the edge ever so slightly. You want to be careful when blending out your blue shadows that you don't over blend them, because then they can look muddy and it'll look like a bruise, and nobody wants that. Next I'm gonna go, let's try adding some green. I'm gonna go in with this dark green down here, and I'm gonna use the same 211 brush. I'm just gonna clean it off. Oh, that looks good. That is a good matte green. It almost doesn't even look green, right? Since it's going on top of the blue. I know I just did a blue and green look not too long ago, but what can I say? It's one of my favorite color combinations. Noticing a little bit of fallout. Just gonna clean that up a little bit. Okay, so let's play with some shimmers. I think what I want to do is I'm gonna use these two right here. I'll try those. We'll see how that looks. Now I'm going to use some of that setting spray to spray my brush. This is a Morphe M124. Just apply that right here. Ooh, that is really pretty. Wow. Love that. Okay. So now I'm going to flip the brush around, and I'm going to use the shade next to it. I'm going to spray it again. Let me know if you guys picked up this collection. Did you pick up the entire collection, or did you just pick and choose a couple items? I am sorry to say that I don't know Rick and Morty. I remember the name, like it's a cartoon, right? So I don't remember watching it at all. Was it from Nickelodeon? I don't remember. Yeah, that looks pretty. Let's do something for the lower lash line. I guess we could do the green. I guess it looks more teal, right? Like on the outer corner. Let's do purple. Let's do purple, and actually I think I'm going to use both of these purples for the lower lash line. I'm going to start with the lighter one and then use this one like really to tight line on the lower lash line. I'm using a Refer 26. You know what would have been cool? I should have done the orange. The orange would have really looked cool on the lower lash line. Oh well. Just bringing that a little lower because I am going to be adding that darker shadow. Same brush, picking up the darker shade, and I'm going to keep it really close to the lash line. I like that. Okay, we need something for this inner corner. Let me clean off my brush. I think I'm going to do, let's try this shade right here. I think this one, am I pointing to the right one? I can't see. I think this one will look really good. I am going to spray the brush with the setting spray. Yeah, that looks cute. That almost looks like the highlighter, right? You know, I don't know, like if you were wondering about this collection, I really think you could probably pass on the highlighter palette because some of these shades look like you could get them in the eyeshadow palette. So maybe just do the eyeshadow palette and not the highlighter palette, especially if like that blue shadow or blue highlighter is not going to be something you'd wear. You'll have everything you need in the eyeshadow palette. So I'm going to pop off camera, I'm going to do the finishing touches, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 1. So here is look number 1. I also changed into the second lip kit. I love how different they are. One is more of like a brown, orange, neutral leaning, and this is definitely more berry tone leaning. I love this look. I'm using the Scooby-Doo lashes from that Halloween collection, also from Glamlite. And I'm using in the waterline Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil in Psychedelic Sister. I did a little bit of Wet n Wild Breakup Proof liquid liner for the top lash line. And oh, mascara. Mascara I'm using is this latest one from Flower Beauty. This one is the Dream Warrior Mascara. Loving the way the look turned out, loving the new lip kit or the second lip kit. Let's move over to the left eye and we'll start working on look number 2. Okay, so since I was talking about the orange shadow, I definitely want to work with it with these 2 shades down here, although I think I want to reserve these for the lower lash line, and I want to do something green on top. So I'm going to start with this green in the inner corner and kind of just build it into the crease as well. I'm taking that on a BK Beauty 205. That is one pigmented green. And that's not even a white base. I mean, that's the lightest base that they have, lightest eyeshadow primer that they have. But wow, that is a good green. Now I'm going to go in with the shade over here. And I'm going to focus that on the outer corner. Yeah, I'm going to focus that on the outer corner. I'm going to take my Refer 13. I'm going to bring that in a little bit where I have that empty space. I'm going to add a little bit more of the green right out here just to blend things a little bit better. Get this hair out of the way. We're going to cover this part right here with a shimmer, so I'm not incredibly worried about it. I love that shade of green though. That is one amazing green. All right, now I'm going to go in with this shadow right here, and I'm going to place that in the center. I'm using a damp Morphe M709. That is stunning. Ooh. All right, now it's time for some orange for the lower lash line. I'm going to start first with this shade and then keep this really close to the lash line. I'm using a little BH Cosmetics pencil brush. Now I'm going in with the darker orange. So much fun. Okay, I think I'm going to use the orange shimmer right here. I'll do that on the inner corner. Same brush, I did spray it. Ooh, I love that. Ooh, I had a really good time. Had a really good time with playing with this palette. I wish I was able to create more looks for you guys, but those will come a little bit later. Let me go ahead and add the finishing touches, and I'll be right back to show you the completed look number 2. So here is the completed look number 2. Same everything with the exception of the lower waterline. I went in with this one from Coloupop. It is a cream gel liner in the shade Bay Breeze. I love it. I love the pop of orange. I know this orange would have looked great over here on this side too. I kind of regret not doing that, but hey, at least I got to use my favorite colors, green, blue, purple, orange, all of them. I love playing with this collection. Let me go ahead and wrap up today's video and share with you guys my final thoughts. Alright guys, so after using everything in the new Glamlite and Rick and Morty collection, I have to say I think they did a really good job and I'm giving it 2 thumbs up. I had such a fun time playing with this eyeshadow palette and I am going to show you guys some comparisons right now, but I love the little artwork on the front. This is a mega size eyeshadow palette and you're getting 30 different shadows. All the shadows I used performed really well, and of course you did see me use the setting spray to kind of dampen up the brush so that way the shimmers, like they needed to be, more impactful than what they are. I think it is a great palette, so much fun, such a lot of fun colors in this eyeshadow palette. The lip kit, this is the one I have on right now. This is the Rick hologram lip kit. You're getting a gloss and you're getting a matte lip liner. I love it. I think both are very complementary shades. I like that they're very different. This is going to be more maroon berry toned, and then the first one I had on in the intro and during the first look is more of a nude orange brown tone. So I like the formula. I've always enjoyed Glamlite lip product formulas. The setting spray, I mean, I can't try it yet because I am in the middle of a foundation and concealer review, but I'll definitely be trying it later this week and I'll keep you guys posted. The misters seems a little too aggressive for me, but maybe it's something I can use up here, and like you saw me do, just dampen my brush to apply the shimmer shadow. And last but not least, we have the highlighter palette, which I think is really cool, but you know, I don't feel you need the highlighter palette because some of these shades are definitely very similar to what you're getting over here in the eyeshadow palette. So if you were gonna pick maybe just 2 things, I definitely get the palette and maybe one of the lip kits. But these are buttery smooth highlighters and they are gonna see you coming from a mile away. So I think that the shades they included are great. The only one I probably wouldn't get a lot of wear out of, at least on my cheekbones, would be this shade right here. Now I did say I was going to show you guys some comparisons to the eyeshadow palette. In case you're not going to be able to pick this up, don't worry, I have you covered. So the first palettes that I thought of when I saw this one from Rick and Morty were the Halloween Scooby-Doo palettes. So let me open these up. Let me try and hold up everything. Okay, keep in mind this is not going to be easy. So here are the Halloween palettes from the Scooby-Doo and Glamlite collaboration, and then here is the Rick and Morty palette. You can see there are definitely a lot of similarities. So if you have these already, you might not feel the need to grab this one just for like those orange and pink shadows. I also wanted to compare it to the most recent Scooby-Doo collaboration. I don't know if this palette is still available, but here is what that one looks like, and then here is the Rick and Morty. So definitely some similarities. You are getting some deeper green tones and some red over here with the Scooby-Doo versus the Rick and Morty, but definitely I think if you have one, then you really don't need the other. But I know a lot of you, like myself, collect Glamlite, so I'm pretty sure you're going to feel the need to pick up the new Rick and Morty if you haven't already. So next I want to compare it to the Delicious Delights palette from Cosmic Brushes. I recently reviewed this and I absolutely loved it. This is currently sold out, but I'm pretty sure they're going to be restocking it. So if you're wanting some of the more lighter tones that are in Rick and Morty, then maybe go for the Delicious Delights palette, or maybe you picked it up already. Hopefully you guys got it before it sold out, but you can see there are a little bit of similarities in here. This is definitely going to be lighter shades versus this this one that's going to have those deeper shades, but again, very similar color stories. And last but not least, I wanted to show you guys the Nomad Royal Europe palette. Now, this is a deeper toned palette, and I thought that there were definitely some similarities in this one between the Rick and Morty palette. On the Nomad palette, that is a row of duo multi-chromes on the bottom, and then you have those 2 rows of matte shadows at the top. Definitely some similarities, especially when it comes to the deeper matte shades. A little bit also with the duo multi-chromes from Nomad to over here Glamlite, but you can see there are some slight similarities to where if you have one, you might not feel the need to own the other. So that wraps up today's video. Let me know what you thought of this new Glamlite and Rick and Morty collection. Did you guys pick it up? Did you do the whole collection? Did you pick and choose a couple items? What did you get? Or is this going to be a collection you're going to pass on? Also, let me know which look was your favorite. Are you team 1, team 2, team none, team all? Sound off in the comments down below. I want to thank you guys so much for watching another one of my videos. You all have a great day or night wherever it is you all are at. Stay hydrated, guys. Drink your water. Cheers. And I'm going to see you all very soon. Bye.